Manga-Waido.
I'm Ayako Taguchi. I worked at a nearby food manufacturing factory as a temporary employee. I really liked my job, and my colleagues were nice too. Well, everyone except for one. His name was Mr. Shinohara. He was section chief at a sales department.
Hey, you got nothing to do, right? I need about 100 boxes for that new product. Get it to the factory by lunchtime.
100 boxes? It was 10 a.m. How am I supposed to do all of that by lunch? I only had 2 hours left.
Ayako, I'll help. You're a full-time employee here. You don't have to do that. Leave the grunt work to the temporary employees. Get back to work. But sir...
It's okay, really. I headed to the storage and started getting the boxes ready. Mr. Shinohara was always like that to me. He looked down on me because I was a temporary employee here. I thought about quitting many times, but everyone else was really nice to me, so I kept at it. Ayako, you okay? Here, eat this. Let me help you. A few minutes later, one of my colleagues came in and handed me a snack. So good, thank you. Come on, let's get this over with. A few of her friends joined us and helped me meet the deadline. The next day, I was at a customer's office with Mr. Sho. Mr. Sho handed him the delivery slip.
Thank you. Say hello to Mr. Shinohara for me. Of course. Thank you. Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Shinohara told me about the Valentine's Day event. You guys got the proposal for me? Huh? Valentine's Day event?
He looked over at me. He seemed confused, just like I was. What is he talking about?
Can I get it in 2 or 3 days? I gotta set up a meeting with my boss and stuff. Okay. I'll check on that and get back to you. Sorry for the wait.
Mr. Sho grabbed his phone and stepped out to call Mr. Shinohara.
Oh, and can you hand this to Mr. Shinohara?
What's this?
He's always good to me, so it's nothing much, but...
I can't accept it. It's against the rules. I tried to hand it back to him, but then...
It's okay. I do this all the time with him. No worries. Just hand it to him, okay?
He said to me, I didn't know what to do, so I went back to the car. I wanted to tell him about the package, but he looked really upset. What's wrong?
That Valentine's Day event he was talking about. Did you hear anything about that?
No, first time hearing about it.
I see. Same here. But...
Back at the office.
I told you about the Valentine's event! I told you to email everyone about it!
What? No, you didn't.
What? Ugh, you're so useless! I told you! You just forgot!
He started yelling at me, but he never told me anything about this. I was pretty sure.
Well, thanks to you, we all have to work overtime today. You stay too. This is all your fault, after all.
I wanted to say something, but I kept quiet. He grabbed his coat and got up.
Where are you going? I got dinner with a potential client. It's not easy sucking up to people, but gotta do what you gotta do. I'm out of here.
Then he left the office. I'm really sorry.
Don't apologize. We all know it's not your fault. It was Mr. Shinohara for sure. You never forget anything. We all know that.
Thank you. 2 hours later.
How about this? It's kinda cute, but I don't know. It needs something else. Something more original. What do you think?
I looked at the proposal. It had a bunch of pink balloons and some boxes of chocolate and cookies. It was cute, but it was nothing original. Why don't we do something with the wrapping paper? Sometimes people buy stuff simply because the wrapping paper looks pretty.
I see.
How about if a customer buys 10 or more, they get a special design wrapping paper. It'll increase customer satisfaction and increase sales too. I rarely share my opinion like this. I was kinda nervous. They all started thinking.
That's not a bad idea, but who's gonna wrap the merchandise?
I can do it if you want. I've done it before, so...
I see. Maybe you can teach the other employees too.
They decided to give my idea a try. Mr. Sho added my item to the proposal.
Thank you for your input.
I showed them a few samples after that. They all loved it. The next day, we still had a lot of work to do. I didn't even have time to rest, but I didn't care. I was really enjoying this, but then Mr. Shinohara came and ruined everything.
You again? You doing this on purpose or something?
He came over and slammed a purchase order on my desk. It's for the product that we were planning to sell on Valentine's Day.
Your job is to type in the correct numbers. How hard could that be?
I was in charge of purchasing orders, so I understand why he was trying to blame me, but I drafted this because of the documents you gave me. I always double-checked my numbers. I rarely made mistakes like this.
You talking back to me now? Seriously?
I'm just stating facts here. You gave me the documents yourself. I even double-checked with you before submitting the purchase order. One lot contains 12 products, so if you want 60 products, you have to order 5 lots. But you wrote down 60 lots, but you said it was fine when I asked you. We even got a call from the factory because the order was really big. I worked really hard on this project, so I wasn't going to let him put this on me. But then...
You sure talk a lot. You can't even take responsibility for your own mistakes. Forget it. You're fired. You're useless anyways.
What? He stared at me with this mean look on his face. That's it. I couldn't take it anymore. So, you're firing me? You sure?
Yeah. Get out of here.
Fine. Goodbye. I grabbed my stuff and left the office.
Ayako, hold on!
Mr. Sho came and stopped me.
I believe you. This wasn't you. This isn't right. Let me talk to him. I'm sure I can work something out.
Mr. Sho.
Then it was Valentine's Day. It was the first day of the event, but things weren't looking good. I'm sorry! I'll get on it right away! They put out an ad for the Valentine's Day event on one of their flyers. Many customers came for the original wrapping, but Ayako was the only one who knew how to do that. And before she could teach the others, Mr. Shinohara fired her. So the others tried to figure it out, but it didn't go so well. Our customers were very upset. What's going on here? Mr. Takagi! One of the executives walked in. Mr. Shinohara froze up and went silent. So I explained to him what was going on. Okay, so, the woman who came up with the idea. Where is she now? Mr. Shinohara fired her. Is this the same woman you were telling me about the other day? Yes! The day when she got fired, I went to talk to Mr. Takagi myself. He looked over at Mr. Shinohara. I think he had some explaining to do. Look, I can explain! She was so useless, she was always making mistakes, and we had to work overtime countless times to clean up after her. I thought we'd be better off without her, so that's why I fired her. I see. You're telling me the truth, right? Absolutely! I only did it for the company! Mr. Takagi grabbed his phone and made a call. It's me. Get me Mr. Asada from corporate governance. Hello? There's something I'd like you to check. After talking on the phone for a few minutes, he told me to get on a computer and open this file in one of the public folders. It was a video file of the office. It was Ayako and Mr. Shinohara.
Sir, about this purchase order. You sure this is right? You might want to check the lot size first.
Shut up! You're just a temporary employee here. Nobody cares about what you think. Just do as I say. Mr. Shinohara was yelling at her. What the? How did this? We installed security cameras in the office, remember? I sent out an email. You didn't get it? Yeah, they installed it on the day we had to work overtime to clean up after your mess, remember? Oh wait, you were out having drinks with a client, so I guess you don't. Oh right, about that. Who were you having drinks with? I checked your schedule. I called the company, but they said they didn't have any meetings scheduled with you that day. Shinohara, it looks to me that you're the useless one here. Why did you fire her? She's 10 times more useful than you are. I think we're done here. Oh, and one last thing. The guys at corporate governance. They've been getting a lot of complaints about you recently. It's not looking good for you. You better start packing your things. He collapsed on the floor. After that, he got demoted. Then a few months later, he quit the company. Sir, can she come back now? Our customers are waiting for her. Of course. She's out on paid leave right now, right? Bring her back right away. Yes, sir! So I called Ayako and left the office. Mr. Takagi had to drag Mr. Shinohara out of the room. He got demoted. He looked pathetic. Then a few months later, he quit the company. I better hurry. The customers are waiting!
About an hour later, I was back on my job. I was at the department store wrapping boxes of chocolate for our customers. Mr. Sho called me a few days ago saying he had a plan. So I waited near the department store waiting for his call. I guess his plan worked. Here you go.
So pretty! Thank you!
Look, this is blowing up on Twitter. Oh, wow! Everyone was looking out for me. I was really grateful for that. Is that? It was Mr. Sho. He was running towards us. I waved towards him. It was Valentine's Day. After work, I'm gonna give him a box of chocolates. I started to blush as I got back to work. Anyways, glad everything worked out.